Hey, everybody, and welcome to Blessings Radio. Today we have a very special guest, international artist and activist, Snillow. Yay, welcome. I'm so happy because you waited so long for me, and I appreciate you. Thank you so
No
much.
problem. I'm glad to be here. Just it's been a blessing. Thanks for the opportunity to reach out to Americans and the rest of my fans over here, all over using your platform. I appreciate that.
Well, thank
God
you
bless.
so much. God bless you too. So, introduce yourselves to our listeners, and we are also streaming live on Facebook. So, if you guys are watching, please share, 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 and ask any questions.
Okay, my name is Chuk Snillow. Basically, most people call me MC Snillow. The MC came from my real name, Chuk. I was raised in Coal City, 042. You know, Eastern region, otherwise known as Biafra, a part of Nigeria. And I was raised in what I call music family. My grandfather was a foodie. He had a music band. My pop was a DJ, in the 80s. So I grew up, just watching them and liking what they're doing. I wanted to be a part of it. Then I started listening to people like Jay-Z, Tupac, Biggie. Then they inspired, me to do what I'm doing today. But as I was growing up as an artist, I realized that I can express myself, in different ways, way more than those guys did. And with the situation that we're going through down here, I decided I'm going to use my voice to start speaking for the people. So every music I make is a conscious music that represents, you know, peace, love, light, especially in this dark time that we are facing in the world. So
That is
that's what it's
so
about.
true. We need more music like that because we were discussing earlier, just, I was telling you how I had my whole COVID chaos for 2 months. You know what I mean? But thank God I survived. Thank God I didn't get the worst of it. But, that has affected the entire world. So I will ask you about how your country is dealing with it later, but I wanted to get into, you touched on that basically your grandfather and your dad are musicians. So
Yeah.
basic music is in your genes then. So you're kind of just following suit, right?
I'm trying to do way better and way more than they did. I'm trying to go international. Growing up, my dad he was always supportive about the whole music thing. He never had any problem with it. He would buy me songs from foreign MCs, foreign rap stars in America. Like, man, I don't understand what they're saying, but since you like it, no problem. Just play it.
Well, that's love and that's support. You know what I mean? And you definitely want that from your family. So that's awesome that you was able to get that.
So I never had any problem with that, but it's just my mom's that always be like, hey man, you have to go to school, get your degrees, get your this, get your that. I'm like, no problem. So finally we got this school, we finished high school, got a university degree, and now we are free to do whatever we want to do.
That's right. You
So I
made your
think my
mom
dad,
happy and you're making your dad happy. That's awesome.
I know he's proud of his son. He says that so many places and so many times, to different people. You know, he doesn't always say it to me though, but he says it to different people. So they tell me, you know.
Well, you know why he probably don't tell you, because he wants you to keep working harder to think you have to make him proud when he already is. That's probably
I
what it
think
is.
I think I think so.
So you had also touched on that you like to listen to Jay-Z and Biggie. So what musical other artists inspired you besides your family and them?
Besides the ones I talked about, Jay-Z, Tupac, Biggie, then Talib Kweli, he's so conscious with his lyrics, immortal technique. Man, he presents Latinos, people like you and all that. Um, I listen to Lupe Fiasco, J. Cole. I don't listen to all these trap artists. No, 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 man.
You and
I
I
don't
both.
listen
Can
to
I
no.
can I get an amen?
Hey, man.
I cannot. We call them mumble mouth rappers. Like,
Exactly. If you're not bringing something positive to the table, I'm not playing your music.
thank
Exactly.
you.
That's me. You
Thank
know,
you.
I don't care how many fans you have. I don't care if you sell 20, 30, 50 million records. If the message is about drugs, sex, wildlife, I'm gonna shoot you, blah
Yeah,
blah
no.
blah. I'm not, that's
Yeah.
just me.
And I'm all the way with you as well. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, we used to listen to that stuff, but they were all talking about that stuff. You know what I mean? At that time when hip hop over here started, not very much in the beginning, but afterwards when they call it like gangster rap. But as I grew up, I definitely kind of stopped entertaining that because I was definitely not agreeing with half of the stuff that they said. So I definitely understand where you're coming from. We need more positive influencers out here spreading the love and
Exactly.
spreading the light.
Exactly.
So thank you for doing your part as well.
But, so as far as being and the activist part of me, I used to do my music to let the world understand what we're going through, coming from corrupt government to negligence to, you know, oppressive leadership that suppresses the people whenever we take to the streets to demand for our rights, to being neglected by the government who's supposed to take care of us. They just take the resources of our communities and do whatever they want to do with it. And sometimes they even take it abroad while we are hungry. We're going through a lot right now. It's not been easy. I've seen people committing suicide because of hardship,
Oh
you
my
know,
goodness, God bless
economic
them.
downturn and everything. And those in power just don't care. Whenever we take to the streets to let the world hear our voice, we end up getting shot by the police and the military. Live bullets, man.
Oh my
I've seen people
goodness.
lose their life in situations, and then nobody talks about it. That's the painful aspect of things, because it seems like the whole international media has been corrupt. It's been paid not to, put attention on this. I've spoken to many journalists in America, and they don't even know what's going on here. I'm like, what?
We don't. And that's so sad because like we were talking about earlier, you had made a comment, if you don't mind me sharing what you said about, the Tarzan thing, that America, we probably assuming out there that people are, still living in trees and jumping and, all that stuff. But it's sad but true. Americans are very ignorant when it comes to different cultures and different things. So we still, some of us, let's say, because unfortunately, fortunately, there are some of us that are smart enough, you know what I mean, to know better. Um, but some of us still feel like Africa can be like just all wilderness. Like there's not a civilization out there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a modern civilization. They may still see it like for instance, the movie Coming to America that just came out, the sequel. They may still
Yeah,
like that or see it just like jungle kind of, or like refugees, rebels. You know what I'm saying? But there's so much more, and it's sad to say that some of us still think like that, but I'm glad that I have the opportunity to interview you so you can
yeah.
shed on what it really is to be in your country and the experiences that you are speaking out on and activate being an activist for, because to shed some light, because over here in America we really need that light because we are so blinded, you know and either we choose not to see it, or we don't get the accurate information like you were saying with the media. You understand what I'm saying? Or there's just lack of information for us because um we don't know what to believe basically.
Well, I think first things first, I blame the media for not shedding enough light to the plight of our situation and the rest of things going on in the world, not just in West Africa where we are right now. I mean, the same stuff goes on in Asia. People of Rohingya are being killed in Burma. So for just being Islams, I'm not a religious person, but I don't think people should be killed because of what they believe in.
No, of course not.
If
Exactly.
you want to be a Christian, be a Christian. If you want to be a traditionalist, Jew, Islam, just be peaceful and coexist with each other. So it's
Thank
not
you.
just going on in Africa, it's going on, in Asia too. So first things first, I blame the media for it, and then I blame the rest of the people, in the world for, why I call indifference, because it's not my problem, so I don't care. But there's something that people don't get to understand. Injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. If we keep
Exactly.
quiet to the situation going on here, someday it's gonna come up to your own country and it's gonna catch up with you,
Yep,
whether you like it or not. That's how life is.
that is so true. And we're over here crying about the little things over here, but our problems are basically in no comparison to half of the world. You know what I mean? We're really
Yeah,
like
that's true.
spoiled brats for the most part, and
Well,
that's part of our naiveness, put it that way.
people are so blessed to be in the States. Now, let me tell you why. I was reading a report. Your government is about to send 1,400 US dollars stimulus check to you guys, right? Now, let me tell you what happened in Nigeria last year. They put us on lockdown. We all were in the house. The government brought 850 billion naira. 850 billion naira.
So
You
what's
know,
that? And
it
like, what is that?
was supposed to be our own stimulus check or stimulus plan. I'm
Okay,
trying to use the language that Americans will understand.
okay.
You know what they did? You know what they did?
What happened?
The Federal government took away 100 billion from that money, to fund over coronavirus awareness. Then it's remaining 750 billion. The money disappeared. They also announced that the accountant general of the country, that her office got burnt. That means they lost the whole money. But that's a lie, because
Exactly.
how can you have it's 750 billion in accountant general's office?
And then it
What happened
just
to the money?
disappears.
They told us that the money got burnt.
Oh my
So now
God.
they shared the money amongst themselves. So the citizens got nothing. You guys are getting $1,400. We got nothing.
And we're complaining about it. We were complaining about the $600. I'm like, really? Just be freaking happy that for right now it's something. You know what I mean? Because, like you said, there's countries out there that are not even getting anything. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's the
And you just
sad
have
part
to
about
be
it.
on your own. You just
Yeah,
have to be on your own. You just have to find a way to feed your families with this whole thing going on. And
exactly.
how can you expect someone to stay in his house without providing means of survival? That is the biggest crime against humanity.
Yep, that is. And that's
I'm
the,
yet, I'm yet to see somebody die of COVID-19. I keep telling the government this every day. I listen to the news and they keep telling us the figures are going up. I'm like, these figures are only going up in papers and in the news. It's possible that COVID-19 is high in America, in Britain, but I want to see results down here in West Africa. I want to see the people. I want to go to the isolation centers, and they just put all this down in the news. When you take a walk around the town, when you drive through the city, you don't see any isolation center. So you keep asking yourself, how are these figures going up? We walk around without face masks, and nobody has fainted on the way or on the road because of COVID-19. So I keep asking, why are all these figures going up? Just
so
keeps going up so the government can keep releasing more funds to the COVID-19 team and keep sharing those funds with them all to themselves. These guys are just so greedy, man.
yeah,
That's why we're
they're
working to
corrupt.
make sure we keep them out.
They're,
Corrupt.
a lot of
That's
politicians, unfortunately, are corrupt, and that's what it is. It all boils down to money, and that doesn't matter what country you're in. You know what I mean? We
exactly.
deal with that over
Exactly.
here too. Like they said, money is the root to all evil, unfortunately.
Well, I don't think money is the root of all evil. I
It's the
think
people.
when you let your desire to acquire money to conquer
Exactly.
your heart and your brain, that's
Yeah.
when money becomes a problem for you. You
Yeah,
know,
that is so true.
I've seen people. I've gone to communities. I've seen people who are so broke. Like they live below
And they're so
50 cents a
happy.
day,
I've
and they
seen,
are so
like I was telling you earlier how I like to travel, right? And when
yeah.
when we and my girlfriends we go traveling, we love to feel the culture. We don't like to stay in the tourist area. You know what I'm saying? Because to us that's fake, it's phony, it's just a portrayal. We like to
Yeah,
go
yeah,
and be amongst the locals and get the
yeah.
real feeling of it. You know what I mean?
Deal with the
And
indigenous people of the place.
exactly. And everywhere that we go, the people, the real people, let's put it that way, that live in this country for real, um, they have half of the stuff that we have in America, but they are super friendly and happy and um it's very humbling for us. You know what I'm saying? When we go there, because it just makes us appreciate, what we have, but also make us want to help others that don't have as much as we have. You understand?
Exactly. That's why I said money is not the root of all evil. It's when only when you allow money to control your heart and your brain, that's when it becomes a problem. You
That is
know,
so true.
many people say it's better to be cry in a Lamborghini than to be happy in a bike. So when you hear such things, you already know that such those people have sold their conscience to money. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. And it's sad because at the end of the day, they can have all the money in the world, but they're still not happy. You know what I mean?
I've read about billionaires that committed suicide.
All the time, all the time.
So, so
And
if money is all you need to have peace and happiness, then that means you don't know what love and peace and happiness is.
that is so true because if you have love in your heart and you have peace, that's all you really need. You know what I'm saying? Granted, the other things, survival stuff, but you know,
The money is gonna come. That's just definitely as long as you're working towards something, as long as you stay positive, and the money is gonna come. The
yeah,
first thing is to have peace of mind. So even when you are broke, even when you've not eating anything, you still be happy. You still be
yeah,
chilling. With
that
your
is,
water while others are popping Hennessy. You just pop your can water and feel good.
and be happy to have some water. Amen. Thank you.
Exactly,
You
exactly.
know what I mean? Because
Uh,
we already know people don't even have water out here. They don't even in America. They still have dirty water over in Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Wherever that's at.
I know
There.
America got ghetto. America got ghettos everywhere too. I know so much about the world and not just America. So with lots of international news, lots of international books, lots of international documentaries.
Good.
And then when Elton shot his video for Ghetto, that is song Ghetto, he was showing us lots of ghettos in America. He's from West Africa, where I'm from too. He's
Mm-hmm.
from Senegal. Uh-huh. So I know America got ghettos. So
Yeah,
I,
we got our hoods. I used to live in a couple of them.
I
actually,
grew up
I
in
still
one too. So
actually I still kind of live in a hood. There's a lot of shootings where I'm at. I'm ready to move to a country where it's wooded area and it's quiet and it's peace because where I live there's still a lot of shooting unfortunately.
from the essays.
Huh? From the essays? From the Vato Locos? No, actually more so the gang members. Probably just over drugs and shooting their other people, you know what I mean? But money, who knows what it's about, but it's just sad because innocent people
These
get shot
guys,
all the time.
yeah, these guys are gonna shoot each other. Do you know why? It's lots of negative message out there in the media,
Yep.
even from musicians. They all still get money. Money is everything.
Yep.
So now, when you get such lines from your favorite artist, it makes you wanna double your hustle, even if you have to put a couple of bullets in someone's brain.
Yeah. And that's the sad part about it because they're listening to this music and really taking it word for
Exactly.
word.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now when you listen to such songs, it gives you a negative influence. Most of these guys grew up without a father figure in their life. They
Yeah.
grew up from single homes, and their mom works extra time to provide for the family that no one talks about no one gives them moral instructions. And now they're growing up listening to hardcore rap artists that talk about drugs and killing each other and all that stuff. What do you think they're gonna turn out? They're going to turn out to be gangsters and drug
Mm-hmm.
pushers and all that stuff.
Yep, that
So
is true.
that's why first of all I'm encouraging more artists to get to drive into conscious part of life and part of things and see what you can do. You can influence somebody positive with it. And then I'm talking to the media too, because one of the problems that we underground artists we face in the media is some radio stations, we know you're coming with something positive, a content that is rich, but they'll be like, hey, you have to drop this couple of dollars before we air your song. You have to drop this couple of dollars before you get on our station. I'm like, did you listen to the message in this music?
Exactly.
And then
That's
you
worth
play
way more than that.
exactly okay. You are playing a song from an artist that is gonna inspire your daughter to be half naked on the way, to be shaking her bum bum, or to be
Mm-hmm.
shaking her behind, to be a stripper. You are playing those song because they are paying you to do that, and you don't know you are influencing your own child.
to do the
negatively.
same thing.
And now I'm bringing something positive and asking me to drop you a couple of dollars. How many radio stations am I gonna pay before I become as rich as Cardi B or Rihanna or Jay-Z?
I know
It's just
exactly.
so the media needs to help us with this war. It's a war. You know, dark is fighting light in the world today.
Well,
Exactly. It's
it
just what's
always
going
has
on.
been, unfortunately, and but that is
So
so true.
those for the lights need to keep pushing, and the media need to help us. One thing is for you to talk to your fellow media people, man. You all need to stand up and help us. If not, if dark should overtake light, then there's gonna be problem for everybody. Even all these people that take that dollars to air those songs, there's gonna be problem. I don't want to raise my son or my daughter in a world um where immorality is normal, where pedophile is normal,
Hmm.
where you're telling me about carrying guns and selling drugs to kids is normal. I don't want to raise my son
No, because we would have lost.
huh?
We would have lost. The light would have lost if that became normal.
Exactly.
It
So
would only be ruled by darkness.
that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I don't want to raise, and also I want better life for my people.
Exactly. So tell us about your music. Start. How many albums do you have? Do you have one? Do you have more? Tell us about it.
Well, no album yet, but I'm
It's
just,
coming. It's coming. Well, you send me some music. So you have those
like,
are
yeah,
EPs then, right?
no, for just a couple of singles that I dropped, just to
Oh,
keep my
okay,
name
singles.
high.
I'm not familiar with the lingo of.
First single was Still See No Change. you know, President Buhari came through promising the whole people that is going to give us a change, creation of jobs for the youth, freedom of speech, and all that stuff. And then they rigged him into power because right here, our votes don't count. I'm saying it for the world to hear. They can come get me. I don't care. Our votes don't count. They rigged the election. Hands down, kids of 11 years old who are from the north are allowed to vote because the president coming out is from the north, so they already know that they are gonna vote for him.
That's crazy.
Exactly. The elders over there manipulate the electoral process just to get their people in. Now, this man came in 2015, promising people change, ended up putting us in chains, making rigid laws that is very oppressive to the people. So we took to the streets, lots of protests from 2016 to 2017. Lots of people get killed by the army. So that whole situation, inspired the song "I Still See No Change."
Yeah.
So
Now,
after that, I came to.
forgive me for my ignorance because I'm not up to date on everything that America does, but is America helping you guys out anyway with this battle that you guys are constantly going through?
Well, they're not doing so much. They are not doing so much because if they were doing so much, they have to have given Nigeria sanction. They have to have placed heavy sanctions on the ruling government. So they are not doing so much.
So
If they are
America can help out by giving sanctions, is what you're saying?
exactly, Joe Biden can sanction the government of Nigeria for, first of all, for massacre of their people, innocent and harmless protesters. It goes on right here every single time. They can give them sanction for illegal arrest and detention of political prisoners, but nobody is getting any sanction, you know. So it seems like the whole world is just quiet to apply it. They're waiting for us to pick up arms and ammunition and turn to rebels, and then they will start talking.
Yeah,
But we don't want to go
and
that
that's what
far,
happens because that's what they talk about. They talk about the rebels
But
taking over and doing all that, but they don't talk about what's going on
that's how
inside.
we can
You know
start
what I
it.
mean?
Exactly. You start a movement peacefully, and then they start killing you. What you gonna do? You have to protect yourself.
Yep,
That's just it.
that is a
Uh,
whole fact.
This way. Please, we want some food. Pa 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 pa. Please, we want some food. Pa pa pa. Some days gonna be, please, we want some food. Pa pa pa. Next time it's gonna be, we're coming through. We're all AK. We're shooting you guys off. If you guys are not gonna open that door, pa 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 on you guys first. Now they're gonna call us rebels that we're fighting the government.
And
But
that's
we
crazy
started off
because,
begging. We can't keep begging. Our
yep,
fathers begged, our mothers begged. We are begging, and we don't want our own children to beg. So we are gonna do it the hard way. If they don't, if the world is not gonna pay attention, it's already happening. You know, Lots of rebel groups are breaking out in Nigeria right now. Lots of kidnapping is going on. It's no longer safe. I've been saying this since 2018. Revolution
Yeah.
is coming,
But you know what's
and the
sad is
government needs
because
to pay it up.
over here, and for instance, for myself, so like I said, forgive me for my ignorance and my naiveness. When I think about rebels, you know what I'm saying? I think about, because of the TV I watch and the movies I watch, whatever, I think about rebels going in, taking over villages and killing people, all the men, raping the women, doing all that. But the way you're saying, like rebels, how they are over where you are, is basically people who's just been protesting peacefully, to feed their family and do that, and then they just got tired of it, and now is
Okay,
acting out, which is totally fine because I would do the same thing too.
exactly. There's
Yep,
gonna get to a time in life when self-defense becomes paramount.
yep.
Okay, let me give you an example of what's been going on. IPOB stirred up a protest. IPOB stands for Indigenous People of Biafra. The part of Nigeria where we're from, it's Biafra. We were forced to become, Nigeria in 1914 by the British when they colonized us. So ever since then, it's been hell for us because they handed over our country to the northern part. So
Wow.
the North has been ruling us ever since. Now we are tired of the negligence. We are tired of the poverty. We are tired of being with no electricity. As I'm talking to you now, I don't have any electricity.
That's crazy.
No water is running. We have to get all this by ourselves. If you don't have the means of getting it, then you are in trouble. So right now we're crying for our own, country. Nnamdi Kanu and lots of wonderful people formed IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, trying to break out of Nigeria. And you know what they did? They're killing and kidnapping IPOB members every single time. And the world has been listening. CNN didn't say anything about it. BBC didn't say anything about it. Al Jazeera, Fox News, no problem. All these major
Nothing.
news channels are doing nothing about it. Every report have been taken to International Criminal Court, International Court of Justice, United Nations. They are doing nothing. You know why? Because the oil that comes from our land, which Nigerian government is controlling, is being used to settle all these guys.
All comes down to money, and that's a damn
France
shame.
makes, France makes $700 billion from Africa every year,
Wow.
illegally, through illegal means.
Yeah.
Lots of Nigerian politicians have houses and estates in America. No lie. Where are they
That.
getting that money from? Our money they've been stealing, corrupt government. So now when you speak up, you get kidnapped by the government. They use through illegal means to kidnap you. So I can also sue them for kidnap too, They
Yeah.
have done
God
that so many
forbid. Yeah.
people. So over the time, they went from okay, we are going to find a way to keep fighting for what we are looking for what we want, keep pushing for what we want, but then we have to pick up arms. So if IPOB should pick up arms, it's gonna be disastrous.
Yeah.
Now the whole world is gonna come into it and be like, "Hey, they are rebels. They are fighting the government." But where were
But
you
they.
when we are getting killed
Thank you.
for only crying for our
Exactly.
lives? Where
When we.
were you guys? No one's United Nations. They got all the reports and they did nothing. That's why I told America is doing practically nothing.
And that's correct, because they always see the bad, but they don't see you when you guys are starving, can't even have no electricity, no water, no nothing. You know what I mean?
God bless
Or
you.
and just peacefully protesting, but getting shot. You know what I'm saying? And that's insane. Like when that was happening over here in America, I'm sure you're aware of the Black Lives Matter movement and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
when the police, been attacking us people, minority or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and we start standing up for it, it's some people will be like, oh, we're the bad guys. We're the bad guys for defending ourselves and being tired of being racially attacked. You know what I'm saying? We're
By,
the bad guys.
by this
No.
KKK police, that's what I call them.
Yep. And it's disgusting. It's like, no, we're just tired of this injustice that we've been going through our entire lives since we've been here. You know what I mean? And generations behind us, and it's definitely a time for a change, so
Exactly.
hopefully we get to see that change, and I'm praying for you guys to definitely see some kind of change out there, you know what I mean? Because it doesn't seem like it's getting better at all, unfortunately.
Why would it get better when the media is corrupt? Why would it get better when the media suppresses the light? and they don't even report the news properly in the media. They make you look like the oppressed are the problem because the oppressor have sent out lot couple of cash to those who are
Pay them
supposed
off.
to use the light exactly. So
Yep.
it's a long battle to freedom and to suppression of evil around the world.
Yeah. And that's just so sad and disgusting. It's like something got to give. You know what I mean? And it's crazy
Exactly.
because I remember, and I'm not sure what country it was, but I remember like years ago there was like a whole bunch of young girls kidnapped from a school, and they made like huh?
It's Nigeria, northern part of Nigeria,
It was, right? Okay.
northern
And
part of Nigeria.
and I remember hearing about it like through social media or something like that.
The it's not just it's been from one kidnap to the other. 2 weeks ago, they kidnapped couple of boys from Kangara Secondary School, probably about 300 of them. That sorry, 3 weeks ago. Then 2 weeks ago, they kidnapped a couple of girls again from Zangade school in Zamfara.
Oh my
It's happening
gosh.
in Nigeria. They don't want those guys to go to school anymore. And guess what? Yeah, let me tell you what's the heartbreaking thing. The government goes and pay these bandits who are causing these problems billions of naira. I'm talking about probably $2 million or more.
Wow.
And then when you protest, peace, because those kidnapping these innocent children are from their side. It's more like a tribe or something. It's their tribe. Just like now, we represent the Hispanic nation. If the Hispanic people kidnap school children in America, you go and pay them because they are Hispanic people. And then
Yeah.
if black people do something, you send the army to kill them. That's
Yeah.
what's going on, right? So these bandits are Fulanis from the north. The government are Fulanis. They are the same tribe. So when their people do something bad, they pay them with our own national money.
That's
And then we
crazy.
protest peacefully, asking for our rights. We get killed. Are you gonna? Are you, do you understand what I'm talking about right now?
Yeah, you're
So
saying that basically they're sending these people out there from their own side to kidnap these people and pay them for it.
exactly, the
That's
government
insane.
pays for it, and they
Wow.
take. I'm sure they take 10% from the money too.
Oh, of
It's
course. They tax
it's
it.
an it's an avenue for them to make money. It's funny,
Yeah.
but it's true. This is the real life situation that we're facing right now. To
That's
me, it's an avenue,
crazy.
an excellent avenue for the government to make money. I have videos of where a member of the government who stands that negotiates with the bandits and the kidnappers. He comes out telling the whole world that these people are not kidnappers, they are not bandits, they are not criminals, they are broke, they've been neglected by the government. This is the only means of making money, so nobody should call them bad names, and the government should always settle them. So we are just in a mess right now.
I
I'm
can
telling you, we are just
see
in a
that.
mess
It's
right
so sad. And going back to them two, them little girls that I heard, years ago, it's like I heard about it. It was like a thing over here for like a week or something. Save the girls, save the girls, and then it
now.
like disappeared. That was it. And I'm like, well, what happened to the girls? Did they get them? Did
You,
they
you
try to
heard
get
ab-
them?
you
Like,
heard about you heard about it because Michelle Obama posted about it on Twitter.
exactly. And then
That's
it was
how.
like, so I don't even know if they saved the girls. Did they find the
If
girls?
if 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 I was able to meet Michelle Obama face to face, first question I'll ask her is this: you posted about this on Twitter. What did you and your husband do about it? Posting something on Twitter is not enough.
Yeah.
What proactive measures did you guys take besides posting this on Twitter?
That's true. They probably think and they probably think like, well, at least they're bringing awareness to it. But if there's nothing that's following that, then
Exactly.
what is the purpose of that?
If if you are in power, use it correctly.
Yes,
She
I
and
totally
her
agree.
husband Obama had every good opportunity to put this country, like help Nigerians that time. As a matter of fact, I think Obama is part of the problem we are facing in Nigeria because Obama was supporting Buhari, a man that was known for highly incompetency. Obama was campaigning for him, saying to keep Nigeria one, you have to vote for President Buhari
Wow.
before he left office. I mean, he was a dictator in '83. He
And
overthrew a
Obama was
democratic.
supporting him?
Exactly. I have the video. Obama was saying to keep Nigeria one, support President Buhari. Obama knows that President Buhari was a dictator. He
That's
took over power
crazy.
illegally. He was a military man in 1982, 1983. He overthrew a democratically elected president with a gun. And in 2015, Obama was telling us to bring him back into power. They had
That's
to rig the election.
crazy. Like,
That
why would
Obama
he
destroyed
support a freaking dictator that took
because
overruled?
now let me tell you why. Because the resources coming from Nigeria goes to America for free. It goes to Britain for free. So they take the oil from here to fix your land, and while we are dying, and Obama is aware of this and he's done nothing.
That's so messed up.
That's one. Two, lots of politicians in Nigeria loot money from here and send it to America. And the FBI, the government of America does nothing about it. They don't investigate these guys, don't publish it in the media. Because you know what? Once this money comes into America, it goes to your banks. They use that money to develop your country. So it's we are suffering neo-colonialism. It's a
So
modern day
America has
slave.
a lot of dirty money.
Huh?
America has a lot of dirty money.
100%. I can say it anywhere. I can go to the highest news channel in America and I say to them, they have lots of dirty money right now in America from Nigeria, not just Nigeria, other parts of Africa, and they
Yep.
just don't want to expose these guys. That's why these governments, in Africa, they are doing nonsense and nobody is talking because the resources they are taking from here and the illegal money, the dirty money coming through helps America, helps Britain, helps France, helps Switzerland to develop their economy. That's why it's all glamorous over there, and we are all suffering. And then when we fight, nobody hears our cry. But once we pick up arms, then they will tag us rebels. And that's when United Nations will be like, hey, we have to go and save humanity. Remember, you guys, when these guys were complaining about poverty,
Yeah.
now they have carried up arms and you want to save humanity.
Yeah.
And then when you come to save humanity, you don't fight the government that's corrupt. You kill the rebels so the corrupt government can keep being in power. That is
And
why
and that's what's been going on this whole time.
this whole time since the British people and France and Germany and Belgium and Portugal left Africa. Africa got colonized years back. And
Yeah.
since they left, this is what's been going on. You know,
That's so
so
sad.
so when we hear about Africa not being developed, is two things are happening. Stupid leaders. I'm sorry to use that word on your radio show.
No,
And
it's
then
still, look, it's not a curse word. They're stupid.
okay,
I would
stupid
call them
leaders.
something more, but I can't say it on the radio. But go ahead.
So the problem with Africa is stupid leaders from Africa who are willing to sell out their people just for their own selfish gain. And then two, the wicked leadership coming from the outside world who support these stupid leaders, because once you start to rise up against them, they are the ones from the United Nations that will come to fight the rebels. That's why it's hard for the rebels to succeed anywhere in Africa. But 99% of the time, the rebels are fighting for a just cause.
Yeah, exactly.
99% of the time, the rebels are fighting for a just cause.
They're
I
fighting
stand by
for food. They're fighting for water. They're fighting for shelter. They're fighting for their children's health. Their family's health.
for the last 5 years. There's been war going on in Central African Republic. The same thing happening in Nigeria. The Fulanis overthrew a democratically elected president and start oppressing other people. United Nations said nothing. America said nothing. Britain, France, Germany said nothing. The oppressed rose up against the oppressor. They started coming in to say, rebels, 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 rebels. Now they ignited more fire. Now for the last 5 years, they've been fighting in Central African Republic.
Wow.
No peace in that. Ethiopia is going through the same thing. You know, so many countries. Senegal just started their own revolution last week, and the media
Wow.
is not. The media is saying nothing about it. People are already getting killed. I'm sure probably one of the first people letting the world know about this. Senegal is on revolution right now.
Yeah, that we don't know anything about that.
Oh, why is the world not reporting all these issues? Because they don't want they think if they put this out there, Nigerians will start revolting, Ghana will start revolting, Kenya will start revolting, every other region in West Africa will start revolting.
Well,
So they
they
don't
need
want the
to.
media to know about it. Exactly.
Everybody needs to revolt.
How can you oppress someone and expect the person not to speak up? It's crazy. You can't slap a baby and expect the baby not to cry, and then when the baby
Exactly.
cries, you ask him to shut up and slap him again for crying. That's crazy.
That's exactly what they've been doing this entire time. And everybody, all the countries need to join together somehow, some way, so they can try to, you know, revolt for their betterment of their entire, livelihood.
Exactly. It's starting up, but right now it's going on in Senegal. The world is just watching. But if these guys in the streets pick up arms right now, believe me, United Nations will jump into Senegal.
Oh,
Now let
forget
me
about
tell you,
it. Yep.
they're not jumping into Senegal to make peace. They're jumping in there to go and steal palm oil and gold and other natural resources that they have. America did that to Iraq. You know,
Yeah.
most of the people that attacked America in 9/11 are from Saudi Arabia.
Yep.
America didn't join to Saudi Arabia. You know about that because George Bush and his family
It was
and
all
this
about
Arabian
oil.
government are all doing business, are all doing oil business.
Yep. It was
You
all
know why they
about
want
oil.
to? Why will you tell me that? Why would Saudi Arabia attack you or citizens of Saudi Arabia attack you on 9/11 and you jump into Iraq to blame Saddam Hussein? Why? George Bush's father, the big George Bush, and Saddam Hussein had problem when George Bush, the big George Bush, was the president. So now the son, the junior George Bush needs to take him out so they can be able to steal oil in Iraq.
Get
They
all that
set Iraq
money.
on. It's all about the money. They set
Hmm.
Iraq on. You know, they blame Saddam Hussein for being a dictator.
Yeah.
Who is a more dictator than Queen Elizabeth? What did George Bush do about Queen Elizabeth in England? Who is more evil than that lady over there that has the blood of my over 5 million blood of my people in her hands?
That's crazy.
62 to 1970, we fought a war against Nigeria. Over 5 million of my people died. It was the British people that were fighting for Nigeria, and she was the one giving the instructions and all that, supplying the ammunitions. So why did George Bush, if George Bush wants to take out the dictators, he should start from number one, America's number one ally, which is British government, from Queen
Exactly.
Elizabeth. Is she a queen? From evil Elizabeth. I don't call her queen. You know. So these are the things that we're facing right now. It's all about the money. George Bush was expanding his oil business in the whole of Arab Spring, using 9/11 as an excuse.
Yep,
You
yep.
see
A
how
lot of
what
Americans feel that way too. There's been a few movies, showing the conspiracy theories about that, but it makes absolute sense when you go back and look at the timeline of the events and what was happening, starting with his father to 9/11 and then onward. It makes absolute sense.
most Americans don't even know history. How many of them go to school? They just care about making money, taking care of their kids. This whole thing started with the big George Bush and Saddam Hussein.
Yep, it was
So
a long family
and then
feud. It was,
and
yep,
then Bill Gates and then Bill Clinton came into power.
yep.
After that, George Bush came right back and destroyed Iraq for them. You know, so I know much about these things. That's why they're suppressing my music right here because they know any opportunity I have to go into the media, I'm going to be exposing lots of information to the listeners. You
As you
know,
should, because a lot of us, like I said, especially over here, we are naive to the stuff that's going on because we don't see it in our media. You understand what I'm saying? We don't know about what's going on over there because, like, just like you said, the media doesn't show us, and if they do show us, they're showing us false accuracy. You know what I'm saying? False facts. So to kind of like brainwash our minds that we don't have to worry about what's going on in other
that
countries.
exactly that's what's been going on. It's just crazy. But I know sometimes, somewhere, somehow, I know light is gonna prevail.
Well, I pray that you continue to do everything that you're doing, putting out there that positive, influential music. Now, real quick, I
Shadow.
want you, not real quick, but I want to switch over to your new artist, Donna Don. Can
Yeah.
you tell us about him and his new EP, and then afterwards follow up with your amazing foundation?
Okay. Brandon, he signed to my imprint, Capon Empire, and he dropped a new EP with along with September Management in Michigan. He's from Coal City down here. He's a real hip hop artist. And the EP is called Out of the Trenches in all platform, Apple Music, Spotify, iTunes, and all that. So I want y'all to go check him out. straight from West Africa to the world, out of the
That's
trenches, done.
I'm gonna tag that in here right here. So it's Donna Don,
The
and his
trenches,
EP
yeah,
is Out of the Trenches, and that's available on all platforms, right?
in all platforms. They should check him out. He's doing quite. Let's run that numbers up. Let's get the streams high. Let's get the downloads
Exactly.
high.
Everybody support, support, support. So
Support
tell
here,
us,
and
let me put your music here as well. You guys, whoever is watching and is tuning in, make sure to tune in this week in Blessings Radio, because you're gonna hear all their music live on there Mondays 1 to 3 and Thursdays 4 to 6. So tune in there to hear their amazing music. Um, so do you want to tell me a couple of your songs real quick, just so I'm typing it in here so people can look it up also on all platforms?
well, I think first thing that they should look at is I still see no change. You know, like I said, it's a song about failed leadership. It's a song that was inspired by the oppression that we are facing down here. And
What?
actually, when that song came out here, they actually banned the song and put it off air. I
I'm
got a
sorry.
call from those. When the song first came out, they banned the music down here.
Oh, they did.
I got a call from the promoters. They told me they can't keep pushing this record that their media houses are being threatened with songs like this. So that's
So
why I'm not
what
giving
is the
up.
first name of it again? I just want to make sure I'm spelling it correctly.
I still see no change.
I still see no change. Okay, got you. I still see no change. No change. So they banned it because you were speaking the truth and not seeing any change. Wow.
Just from the title, you already know what it's about.
Yeah.
The other single is called "Scared of Our Brothers." I did that with Flag Gaza. He's a Hispanic artist from New York. You know,
Scared of our
he's just
brothers?
like, yeah, "Scared of Our Brothers."
Scared of our brothers. Okay.
MC Snillow and Flag Gaza. He's Hispanic just like you. But he's from New York. He's based there too. We linked up online. Then we
I'm
stay
just
in touch.
upstate New York. I'm still in New York. I'm in New York.
Ah, he's from Bronx. Are you from Bronx
Ah, I'm
too?
originally from the Bronx, but I'm upstate now. I'm in the capital area by Albany.
Okay, I don't know
So
much
I'm
about
like
that
3 hours.
Okay, seems like every Latino goes from the Bronx to the other regions in America. I mean, whenever
Yeah.
you talk to them, they say the
We come
Bronx.
from Puerto Rico to the Bronx, or Puerto Rico to Florida, Puerto Rico to the Bronx, and then we kind of migrate afterwards. But yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay. So, so the song just talks about unity amongst all races. That was why I had to bring him in. You should check out the video. The video is on YouTube. Flag Gaza MC Snillow, Scared of Our Brothers.
Okay, hold on. Let me write that down. So it's flag.
Flag Gaza FLAK.
Okay, Gaza Gaza.
Yeah, exactly. FLAK MC Snillow, Scared of Our Brothers.
Okay.
Y'all should stream those songs, man. Let's get the numbers up. You
Yes, you
know,
guys, we're
let's
gonna
do it.
be spreading all his music. I'm gonna be getting them from YouTube. We're gonna be playing them. Spread, get them numbers up, get the support up, everything. So those can be found. Scared of Our Brothers can be found on YouTube,
Yeah.
and
And
all the rest of the music can be found on
sound on
all
YouTube.
platforms. Right?
Yeah.
Awesome. So tell us about your foundation that you created.
Okay. It's for many years, seeing the plight of my people, made me to be like I have to do more other than just talk, 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 because I love talk and action. So I teamed up with a couple of friends many years ago, probably more than 5 years ago. We started going to communities that are so poor, communities that are so underprivileged, communities without water, medicine, health center, food, clothes, and we started taking care of those we can take care of. We can't take care of everybody because we lack the resources to take care of everybody.
You
We
know.
started taking people off the streets, putting them in schools, giving them scholarship, started taking care of elderly people with food and whatever we can. So the pandemic destroyed that thing because economy got affected and everybody just seems like we're studying life afresh. So
Yeah.
we're getting back into it and all that. So people can always go to our website, caponempire.com. That's KAPONEMPIRE.
Hold on one second. Hold on. Let me type that. So
Capon.
KAPON
Yeah. Empire.
M
EMPIRE.
Empire.com.
Yeah, caponempire.com.
Okay. Awesome.
So you can always go there and just check out what we're doing. You can
And
check us
donate,
out on
donate, donate, donate,
Instagram.
donate. You guys accept donations, correct?
Well, I don't always like, calling out to the public for help. One thing with this thing is once
Man,
you start
listen,
going out
if
there,
America can donate to a girl that put glue on her hair, we can donate for a real cause. Let's just keep it real. You know what I mean? She got like
well,
over $20,000, 40,000, I don't know, because she put glue on her hair. Like
well, I've never
we
run
need to donate our money for some real change, real help.
well,
Not saying
I've
she
not
didn't need
run
it, but
well, I've never run a GoFundMe account before for what I'm doing. It's basically just me and my friends. With the government don't fund us, no agency funds us, no nothing. We just get together, people that have this heart to serve humanity, get together and just do whatever they can do. So whenever one thing with all these things, whenever you start telling people about donations, some think you're about to scam them. So that's why I don't always ask the public to donate. But if you on your own part want to donate, you can go to the website and our phone number is there. You can chat us up on WhatsApp or you can send us an email direct and we can, we will reply. Our online services are on 24 hours. So we can just
awesome.
reply and reply. But for me to go run a GoFundMe account, mm-mm,
You
I'm not
can't do
doing
that.
that. Pride, it's not pride. I'm just trying to protect my image, especially when you're coming from this part of the world. Everybody thinks that, nothing good can come out from this part of the world.
Well, that's a
So,
damn lie.
you know, so I don't want to go through that path.
Yeah. Well, you know what I would like to do? I would love to. I have a t-shirt business that I also do on top of everything else. So I would love to make some t-shirts for you guys. If you want to send me some images, and then I will send you all the proceeds that I can get from those t-shirts being sold.
Wow.
Okay. So that's what I'm gonna do for you guys. I would love for you to send me and I want the hardcore images that is really gonna open freaking people's eyes.
I think people are used to seeing people underprivileged, people are suffering. If I'm gonna do that, I'll be doing that with smiley faces who are broke.
Yes, exactly. So I want you to send me your creative ideas that you want on your line of t-shirts, and every penny from it will be funded to you. All right,
Wow.
that's what I'm getting goosebumps. I'm getting emotional. I'm sorry, but that's how I want to help you guys out. Okay.
God bless you. God bless you. You're
So
such a
we're gonna
blessing.
talk about that some more. Definitely, but just start sending me images. Any kind of images that I can literally just print off and iron them on a t-shirt, and I'll start selling them for you.
Wow, no problem. God bless you. You have a large
I
heart.
just really want to help out because we're so naive to the fact that more than half of the world, not only Nigeria, not only, Africa, not only, you know, um, many other countries are going and living like this. And there's definitely more that we should be able to do as a whole entire world. So I just want
Well,
to help out however I can, hun.
no, that's true. That's deep. Well, there's something again I want to talk about. Since Donald Trump came in, his America been talking about immigration. Even when Obama came in, he had issues with immigration laws and all that. Now let me tell you what. Let me tell you. I want to tell Americans the way to end this immigration problem. Ask your government to start holding Nigerian government accountable. Ask your government to start holding every president in Africa accountable for their crimes, for their corruption. And people from Africa will stop migrating to your country. If you want, build that wall to be as bigger than the wall of Jericho. Africans are going to come to that war. They'll break that war and come in. It's not just the Mexicans. It's not just the Latinos from from South America. West Africans are coming because when a man is hungry, migration becomes the first on his mind.
Exactly. And you know,
So,
he's a whole idiot anyway. You know, the majority of people didn't want that damn what thing is because technically we are the freaking immigrants here because we took it from the people that was originally here was which was the Indians. You know what I'm saying?
exactly,
And that's a
exactly.
whole fact. So he's a whole idiot. If he's gonna build the wall, he need to build it around his damn self.
You took a land that belongs to Indians, you called it America. You brought in white people from Europe
Yep.
to stay in the
That's
land.
so
So,
we stole the land. This
white
land wasn't
people,
given to us.
exactly, so white people will appear supreme,
Yep.
and now you are trying to block their Indian brothers and sisters from coming into
No, the
America. You
hell
are
we will
trying,
not.
you know,
That will
so
not happen, God willing.
to reduce the migration into America, that is very simple. All the stolen money coming into America must be accounted for. They should bring it back to Africa. Once an African leader is corrupt and people rise up against him, they should support the people, not the dictator.
Exactly.
That's all we need. That's all we need.
Because it's
When they
simple.
when,
Yeah, it's simple. People are coming to us because they can't survive in their own country. You know what I mean?
exactly. And where is their money? Their money is in America. Their money is in Europe. So if the American government should start holding these criminals who are leaders in Africa, start holding them accountable.
Yep.
They'll stop stealing money and sending to America.
Yep.
They'll be forced to keep that money down here to develop our land, and nobody will be thinking about traveling. Nobody will be disturbing America. But as long as America supports dirty money and keeps it in their bank for these wicked politicians, we will be coming there.
Yep. Well, I welcome everybody here because this is the land of the free. And like I said, this land wasn't given to us, it was stolen. So therefore, it needs to be
I know,
shared
I
with
know the story.
everybody.
I know about how Columbus came and started raping all the children and killing all the women with soldiers. Columbus, Ohio. I know about his story, about how he came through then many years ago.
Yep.
So I'm quite
You're quite educated.
I'm quite okay whenever it
Which
comes
is
to this.
amazing. I gotta get on your level because I don't know half of the American history, but I know this land wasn't given to us. I was horrible in history class. It was
Okay,
boring to me.
let me tell you how the Spanish Queen sponsored the um sponsored the invasion of America. Before then, it wasn't America anyway.
Yeah,
Columbus,
exactly.
Ohio entered the voyage with soldiers and came through. He started being all peaceful and romancing the natives. They accepted him, and after some time, he went back to Europe. Brought some people from Europe from Cocos Mountain. That's where this white people came from. Cocos Mountain, in Europe. You can Google Cocos Mountain. So he started bringing them there to a new land, which will later become America. You know, after a long time, Britain, rose. British civilization rose after the fall of Rome. Then the Britain colonized America.
Yep. That's
Years
what.
later, America rose up and fought a war against Britain and became a free nation. And then America went ahead to start colonizing people like Florida. Florida was a nation of its own. Started colonizing Hawaii. Hawaii was a nation of its own. It was only Alaska that America bought from Russia. No, no doubt. Quote me anywhere. Sarah Palin's Alaska, that's the only place they bought. They stole every other land from Florida to, that's why many Latinos are in Florida. That's their country right there. They had to
Yeah,
change that name to Florida. Ask anybody, you can research on that. They
I
stole
believe it.
Hawaii.
Yep.
America had 49 states before they stole Hawaii. Hawaii was an independent country. They
Mm-hmm.
overthrew their throne because America had soldiers. Why? Plantain sugarcane plantation. That was just the problem.
Yep.
They wanted to take over their sugarcane plantation, and they loved the climate and the beaches there.
Yep.
Bill Clinton, when he was the president, issued the apology to people of Hawaii for stealing their country. That's why today some people in Hawaii are crying for secession. They want to break out of America. They call themselves the original owners of Hawaii. You should
Yeah.
also check that out too.
They should.
You know,
They should because it's long overdue. This takeover, they just take over and conquer and take over. You know what I mean? Like,
but you know what? Go over to Hawaii. Hawaii is slowly turning into a police state because they have American police everywhere, just to make sure, just to put fear in their body, so they will not,
All the time. Exactly.
you know. So I know quite a few things about what's going on in the world,
I
and
see. You
speaking
gotta
out
you
to.
gotta enlighten me some more because I'm having a history 101 in my own country. Which I appreciate. Thank you so much. I'm learning a lot.
No
But it is
problem. No.
an honor. Look, I'm
I
gonna
want the world to know. I want the world to know that something positive can come out of West Africa. You know,
many things.
monkeys. We are not monkeys. We are not beasts. We are not all rebels and killers and rapists like the media portrays us to be. We are wonderful people. We are not fraudsters. We are wonderful people. I agree some of us are not so good, but I want them to understand that something good can come out of this rejected region. And someday we are going to rise and become world power.
Amen
But it's
for
going to
that.
become the last of us. That's when we get back our country, which they took from us, in
Yep.
1914. So,
I will be praying for you guys. And you are absolutely right. There's bad apples in every country, but at the end of the day, as long as the light prevails,
exactly.
God will always make a way. You just got to keep on being strong and keep on, having faith and definitely
Sure,
keep
sure.
pushing out that love and light that you are doing. And it's such an honor to have you on Blessings Radio and joining us today. I'm looking forward to doing many, many, many things with you, and hopefully trying to help out in any kind of way. You know what I mean? Because I believe in what you're doing. I believe in the music that you're putting out there, and just the energy that you have is amazing. So thank you so much, hon.
Thank you. It's been a blessing to hear too. And you want to help, you're already doing something. Giving me going on is a major step, and rest of the other things that you have in mind, it's amazing, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Well, you kind of blacked out, so I didn't. You said it was a little pause, so I didn't hear exactly what you said. So I'm not going to act like I heard it. So if you can
Okay.
repeat.
I was saying that you accepting to use your platform, to interview me and let the whole world know what's going on. It's the first step, it's a major step. So I appreciate that. So you're already doing something.
Well, thank you. And that's
So
what I want to do. I want to enlighten people. I want to spread love. I want to spread light. I want to spread blessings. That's my whole, my embodiment of who I am. You know what I mean? And you're also going to be on the cover of Blessings Magazine. So that's another platform that you're going to be having. So that's next month, you guys. Everybody can tune in to April to
now,
see MC Snillow on the cover of Blessings Magazine and his
you know,
artist Donna Don in it as well. So,
wow, wow, it's
and
gonna
that's
like
going to be
that.
available on Amazon.com and other platforms, definitely. So,
Wow. I've been featured in lots of magazines in the States, but this is the first time I'm gonna be on the cover, so this is special.
and I will
Thanks
send
for
you a
making it
lot of
fun.
them. So, you got to give me your address so I can have a whole bunch sent to you and your family and friends. Definitely.
No problem. I appreciate that.
Well, thank you so much, hon. I know you have a lot of work to do out there. Keep doing the good work. Keep putting the word out there for us that don't know and is sitting in the background thinking everybody's all peachy key all over the world. So keep enlightening us, keep informing us, and keep the love and light coming. You are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me, Jess.
You're welcome,
Yeah, God
hon.
bless you.
God bless you too. Hold on.
Mm.
Thank you
Okay,
guys
no
for
problem.
tuning in to Blessings Radio. Make sure to check us out every Monday and Thursdays, Mondays 1 to 3, and Thursdays, 4 to 6.